Advance tickets are $20 and $25 at the door. Children 17 and under are free. Bring mom and the family. The concert begins at 7 p.m. We'll see you there.
Yeah, thank you very much. 25 minutes before 8 o'clock, 61 degrees right now. I'm chuckling because I just thanked myself. 88 the expected high today, mostly sunny skies. 60 the low tonight. Looks like a beautiful evening. If you're out and about, go downtown to Ocala, and there is an event going on called the First Friday Art Walk. That's always something I would recommend, unless it's really raining or really cold. Then I would say, you know what, you could skip it tonight. It's going to be nice tonight, though. And the one reason I like to recommend the First Friday Art Walk, and in Denellen, by the way, they have the First Saturday Art Walk tomorrow.
Yeah, they do.
So they do theirs in the morning on Saturday. We do ours in the evening on Friday. Mm-hmm. So there's really two opportunities to really get to know a town a little bit better, whether it's Ocala or Denellen in these two cases. And the reason I like it is because, for example, Robin and her mom went to 16 different restaurants and slash bars, whatever.
Yep.
Establishments, downtown businesses that serve food and drink. And
for the Wine and Tapas fundraising.
And when I looked at the list of, it was an event, a fundraising event. And when I looked at the list of the names, I only knew a few of them. And shame on me, right, for not knowing more about the different eateries downtown. So, part of it is that, you're in a rush and you kind of settle for the thing you're familiar with, And there's nothing wrong with, supporting the restaurants that you've appreciated to keep them in business. That's an important thing. But there might be somebody new that you can put on your list of regular places you go,
Exactly.
So so go tonight, and my suggestion is enjoy the artists who are on the street, both visual and performing artists, and then, go hungry and bring a few dollars and step into one of those places and...
Exactly. Just have a drink. Enjoy the ambiance.
Okay, I don't want to ask you to recommend one for me. Like, if I were to walk around, what would you recommend? But then that would be unfair.
Yeah.
That would be unfair.
Yeah, I've got my favorites.
I'll ask you off the air.
Okay.
By the way, speaking of downtown, did you hear that they honored Bruce Mozart with a...
I heard your news this morning.
That is so nice.
And who is they? Who was the person? Who was the people that did that?
Yeah,
I mean, was it the city officials? Was it the mayor?
Yes and yes. Yes and yes.
Okay.
But they do have a name.
Yeah.
They are called... Yes, the mayor was there. The Ocala Film Foundation.
Oh,
so
we got one of those.
Yeah,
who knew?
It's the same people. Anyway, so they put a plaque. What do you call it? A bronze plaque. Got his name on it. It's the first of many that will be there eventually. I think they're going to do 2 a month, if I remember the article right.
Oh.
Bruce was, I think, for a long time overlooked, and then finally he started getting the recognition a few years before he passed away.
Right, exactly.
And Bruce was the photographer who took all those underwater shots. Some of the original ladies, by the way, were at the event yesterday.
Oh, excellent.
Which was very cool. And they had some young ladies, like, recreating the poses that were underwater. So that was kind of nice, too.
Oh, how wonderful. Did they have a big tank there and everything?
No. It looked really sweet, and I felt really good. And Evelyn, is that the lady's name?
Evelyn, yeah.
Yeah, she was there. And
oh, how wonderful.
Yeah, so...
Isn't that...
Nobody knew Bruce better than Evelyn. I would say.
No, Evelyn was his right-hand gal forever.
Yeah, so... Anyway, thank you for those of you responsible for that. That was really sweet of you. This guy was a really nice guy, and he was not getting the credit he should have gotten for a couple of things. We always point to the invention of the underwater camera, but it wasn't just that. It was his vision of what he could do with that camera. It was those photographs he took.
Exactly.
Because those photographs got onto the wire services of the day back in the early days. I don't know if it was 40s, 50s. I don't know when it was. But he those photographs made their way around the world into newspapers all over the world. And everybody became a little bit fascinated with what is this place where these women are posing underwater. I say women. I know there were men in the pictures too, but...
Yeah, later on.
But you ladies are the ones who get the attention of us. I'm just telling you. It's just the
sure.
Truth. So when when the young dad or the dad up in Chicago is trying to think where to go for a vacation. He opens up his newspaper and says, "Whoa, honey, let's go to this place. It's a beautiful spring."
We'll go to Florida.
Yeah. Silver Springs. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was all Bruce, too. It was all Bruce Mozart. He came up with the idea, and he did it, and he is absolutely amazing. God bless you, Bruce.
What else is in the news? Oh, the mayor. I mentioned this earlier. Ocala Mayor Kent Gwynn has wagered a friendly wager with Louisville Mayor. Here's his name, Mayor Greg Fisher. This is the 5th year they are doing this, the two mayors. The Mayor Gwynn is betting that Magnum Moon will win. That's the name of the horse. Magnum Moon was trained here in our area under the J.J. Pletcher and Todd Pletcher. They are responsible for last year's Derby winner, right?
Yes, I think so.
And
Not
Mayor Fisher is betting on a horse named Mendelssohn. He was bred in Kentucky, of course, and prepared by Irish trainer Ada O'Brien. Mayor Fisher said that O'Brien, while never having won the Derby with one of his horses, probably should any day now because he's one of the greats, period. He also said, plus my grandmother was Irish, so. Now, I could
Nice.
tell you those news stories all day long. I would rather do that kind of news than the serious, nasty stuff we have to tell you about.
Yeah, I know, but we have to do that, like you said.
This is an interesting one. A gold bar that weighed 4.5 pounds was discovered in 1980 on board the wreck of a Spanish galleon that sank off the Florida Keys. It sank in 1622. It was recovered. The gold was recovered in 1980. I'm sure there was more than one bar, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that one of those bars was on display in Palm Beach Gardens, I think, at a museum. And it was stolen. It was stolen in 2010. So at a 4.5 pound bar went missing 8 years ago. They have found part of it.
Wow.
So somebody must have cut it, right? They don't say how much they found of it, but they found part of it and have it returned now to its rightful owner.
Gosh. Wow. How do they know it was the same one? They must have special
I don't
markings
know.
and things.
I know. Wondering the same thing.
Wow. So probably when they found it, that person is under scrutiny, And,
Yeah.
wow.
So picture this. You're crossing children across the street, helping children go across the street. You're 80 years old. You got a couple of kids, and come on, kids, they're crossing from 7-Eleven over to their school, right? Little children. And here comes a 36-year-old man, and for no reason at all, punches you in the face and then runs away.
Oh.
The 80-year-old man fell down.
Oh.
A little bit confused.
Gosh.
And then got back up and continued helping the kids across the street.
Oh my God.
Just got up. This man, by the way, this 80-year-old man, his name is Bill Reynolds. The kids call him Mr. Bill. Anyway, so he is a Navy veteran. He once steered a Navy destroyer through battle. This guy doesn't take crap, see?
No.
You're a 36-year-old chicken. You can punch an old man in the face, but you're never going to get him down, I'm telling you.
No. And this was the thing a few years back. People were being assaulted on the street just for no reason. A few years ago, it was a huge story, and people were just being assaulted for no reason because everybody that was doing the assaulting thought it was funny.
Well, let's hope there was another moron in this picture that hasn't been named or even mentioned who was taking a video.
Yeah.
Let's hope the whole thing was so they can have their moment of glory or fame or whatever they think they're going to get.
Right. And then they'll post it on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, and then they'll get them.
Then we can shame them.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody can run. They can stand in one place, and everybody will run and punch them and knock them down.
Here's a sports story. After a 3-week break following the Masters, Tiger Woods was back on the golf course at Wells Fargo Championship. That's where I'm going to go this afternoon.
Oh, okay.
The Wells Fargo Championship. Tiger Woods finished the first round at even par and 6 shots off the lead after missing some good chances for birdies due to struggling with inconsistency on the greens. Currently in the lead is John Peterson, who was 6 under par yesterday. Round 2 of the Wells Fargo Championship begins 25 minutes ago. 45 minutes ago. It began at 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Well, maybe he'll make a comeback. Who knows?
I guess TV coverage doesn't start until 2 p.m. So.
Oh, okay.
Today is unofficially or officially, I'm not really sure. Today is Star Wars Day.
Nice.
I'm supposed to have a song here. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. There it is. This is a high pitch. High end. I don't like the quality of this one. Today is Star Wars Day because it's May the 4th. I don't know who started this, but May the 4th be with you.
Mm-hmm. Steven Spielberg, of course.
What's that?
Don't you think it's Steven Spielberg? That started May the 4th be with you.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Don't you think? I don't know. I'm just guessing.
You mean the May the 4th?
Or George Lucas, who did Star Wars?
George Lucas.
So maybe he just kind of thought, ooh, this would be cool.
It's May the 4th.
May the 4th be with you.
And then with you.
It trickled down from him and his guys, and now all of a sudden here it is.
Could be.
That's interesting.
Could be. Good morning. You're on the air.
Hi, good morning. Happy Friday.
Hello, Hugh. How you doing?
Oh, very good, thank you. And how you guys doing?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. You got a bird?
It looks like you have... Pardon?
Do you have a bird?
Yes, I got my bedroom. I'm in my bedroom here, looking out at the pool, and I've got the birds. This time of year they're getting a little. I think the birds are horny right now.
Okay, well that's a horned bird. Yes, I'm a bird watcher. I know what that is. Yes.
Time for babies.
I know one thing. They're very, very happy.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good.
See, in the news yesterday, did you hear where this money truck, the back door opened up on it, and a bag of $600,000 $20 bills flew off on a highway?
Yeah. Well,
did you? Yeah. And you're asking the people if they would, if people are stopping all over the place and picking up this money, if you would keep it or not. Some people didn't admit that, but a lot of them said they'd hand it back. But wouldn't it kind of be like if they asked me, I would think like, finders, keepers, losers, weepers?
Yeah.
I don't think it was a Brinks truck. I think it was, it was a Brinks truck. I found it.
Yeah, we had it in News Bites yesterday.
But wasn't there another story of a thief who was throwing the money out the window?
Yeah, there was another one too.
Yeah.
But if I was behind a truck like that and a bag of money comes flowing out, I know I would stop and pick it up. And like I say, I don't know exactly what I would do because that money probably belongs to a bank, and the bank's got money to burn. And I know they said that there's some people that probably collected up enough money to buy a new car because there was over $600,000 worth of $20 bills. So it was quite a forest of $20 bills floating around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's an interesting dilemma. What would you do? Would you do the right thing? Yeah.
I think people would collect it, and then if they keep it, then they're conscious. If they're good people, will get the best of them, and then they'll return it.
Yeah. I think so.
I think we all would. I think you would do that. You couldn't do that, Hugh. You have too many scruples. You're a good guy.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would probably pick up about $100 worth of 20s, stuff them in my pocket, and drive home, and then overnight probably not sleep too much, and the next day turn it in.
There you go.
Exactly. You would do that.
Honest. That's exactly what would happen. Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Hoping maybe to see you tonight down there at the square.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hope we see you. Yeah. Thank you, Hugh.
Thank you.
We will be down there. So my thought on this, and this has happened to us. We did find cash. Remember in the parking lot?
Yeah, we did. Cascades.
So my thought on this is, if you say you believe in God, that means you believe in God to take care of you when things are bad, right? Mm-hmm. That also would mean you have to believe that God will give you a little bit of karma. Or whatever, if you do something wrong.
Exactly.
I mean, if you're going to believe in him, you got to believe in him all the way, right?
That's right, no doubt.
If he's going to eye for an eye thing, if you're taking somebody else's money, I'd give it away. I'd be too afraid. That's what they say when the fear of God. People say, why would you have a fear of loving God? It's not God I fear. It's my behavior that I fear.
Exactly.
My inability to be good all the time, knowing that God, he rewards you when you're good and punishes you when you're not so good.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're going to believe in him, you got to believe in him both ways, right?
And we didn't keep the money. We turned it in to the office, and then it was like 35 days later, the office called us and said nobody claimed it. So
Yep, it was good.
yeah, no, that was good. We could never do that.
Arizona schools are preparing to reopen today after a walkout shut down schools across the state for 6 days. Arizona's governor signed a budget bill yesterday morning that includes nearly $273 million aimed at giving teachers raises after state legislators debated for 13 hours to craft the state's budget. Passage of the additional teacher pay was called the triggering event that organizers said would end the statewide teacher walkout, the largest in recent U.S. history. Well, there you go.
Yeah, teachers need more money, but gosh, the students it's toward the end of the year, and they're the ones that are hurt.
Dallas will become the epicenter of the national gun control debate this weekend when the National Rifle Association holds its annual meeting starting today. The event expected to draw about 80,000 gun owners and enthusiasts. The featured speeches will be by President Trump, Vice President Mike Pence. Is that right?
Yes.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott and U.S. Senators Ted Cruz and John Cornyn. The gathering comes in the wake of the horrible shootings in Vegas, a church in Sutherland Springs, and, of course, the shooting in Parkland, Florida. A host of rallies calling for stricter gun control is also expected to be happening simultaneously. What else do we have here? Washington Redskins president Bruce Allen said the club has heard very different first-hand accounts that directly contradict many of the details in a published report that allege some cheerleaders were subjected to predatory behavior over the years. Apparently, they went down to Costa Rica with the young ladies, and they were asked to pose topless and, in some cases, naked for a calendar shoot. Redskins sponsors were invited, and they were all men. So,
of course.
Hey, fellas, you paid us a lot of money. Why don't you come down? We're going to get the girls naked.
Yeah.
That's what happened right there.
And other things, I would guess. My mind is wandering here. I don't think it stopped there.
Oh, well, that is the presumption,
Yeah.
Let's see. What else do we have? Anything fun? This was a horrible one. This isn't fun at all. I was looking for a fun one, and I came across this one. Police in Chicago say a federal agent was shot and critically wounded while working undercover with local authorities. 3 a.m. this morning, their time. The officer was taken to a local hospital. He's reportedly in critical condition, so it's Chicago, but prayers can reach Chicago, I believe.
Oh, certainly. And they're the, like the shooting capital of the world there.
Hawaii's Kilauea, I don't know if I'm saying that right, probably not, volcano erupted yesterday, sending lava shooting into the air in a residential neighborhood and prompting mandatory evacuation orders for nearby homes. Hawaii County said steam and lava poured out of a crack in Leilani Estates, which is near the town of Pahoa on the Big Island.
Gosh.
Footage shown on TV shows lava spurting into the sky from a crack in the road. Whoa.
Wow.
Aerial drone footage showed a line of lava snaking through a forest. One of the residents captured drone footage of the lava burning through the trees. Wow.
Gosh.
That's very fascinating to me.
It is.
Lava fountains were shooting 150 feet into the air. Molten lava spread out over an area of 200 yards.
Wow. Gosh. And, who knows? I mean, you're walking down the street and all of a sudden you get all these big geysers of lava. I mean, where do you run? How do you protect yourself and your family? Wow.
New York Mayor Bill de Blasio is supporting a plan to open 4 supervised injection sites for illegal drug users as part of a pioneering yet controversial effort to combat their addictions. The mayor's endorsement comes as the city's health department released a study yesterday saying it could prevent 130 overdose deaths each year if addicts were given what they need under supervised conditions. If the plan is approved, sites under a 1-year pilot program would open at a current needle exchange program in Brooklyn, Midtown Manhattan, and Washington Heights, and in the Bronx.
So does that mean that if you're that you can go there, and then since they know that's what you do, they will also give you the help that's needed to detox?
I think what should happen, is sex addicts should be calling the mayor saying, wait a minute.
There you go.
Wait a minute. I'm addicted. I need some help here. We need some supervised sites in the Bronx, too.
Exactly. There you go. Gee.
I am held captive by my addiction.
Just single out one addiction. Okay.
Yeah.
There you
Come
go.
on.
Good
There's more than
point.
one addiction.
Good point. Exactly.
What about infomercials? What about that guy who's addicted to infomercials?
That's right. Exactly.
Well, no guy is. That's a lady. What about those women? I'm addicted to infomercials. Remember that story about the infomercial?
Yes, for sure. Gosh, there you go.
Here's a sweet story. Gillian Suarez is the daughter of a New York City police officer. Mm-hmm. Her daddy died as a hero, saving people during September 11, 2001. She has now joined the police department.
Oh, good for her.
How about that? Gillian is now 27 years old. She was 9 when her father died, September 11, 2001. He was saving people from the North Tower. Last week, she was one of 270 police recruits to take the oath of honor at the police academy. Wow. Well, there you go. We'll be right back. This is WOCA, Ocala. How come it didn't do anything? Did I do something wrong? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong clock. Oh, never mind.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay, I thought, we're early today.
Never mind. Sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing.
Looking at the other clocks. What am I missing?
Well, anyway, so yeah.
Yeah, well, good for her. That's wonderful.
There was a very touching photo of her mom watching her graduate and become a police officer, and she was just bawling.
I bet she was.
Just crying.
I bet her dad was looking down on
her.
She praised God. She can do this.
Rapper Kanye West has been invited to speak at the Clark County GOP convention in the Clark County, Nevada. The invitation was made by the Clark County Republican Chairman Carl Bunce on Wednesday in response to the rapper's recent admission that he's a supporter of President Trump.
Oh, of course.
There you go. Why don't you come to our event?
That's right. Exactly.
The actor Tim Allen has a program called Last Man Standing, and that show might be resurrected by Fox for the new TV season. A year after the cancellation by ABC of the quirky conservative hit, Allen has signed a deal for a potential season 7, and talks are underway.
Oh, okay. He's a funny guy.
I like him.
Yeah, he's pretty fun.
Let's see, what else do I have here? A rebound in job growth is expected when the government releases its April employment report today. Wall Street will be watching the numbers closely for clues to the future of interest rates. A strong showing on job growth would be consistent with the Federal Reserve's plan to raise interest rates this year. White House advisor Jared Kushner rallied 150 evangelical leaders nationwide in a conference call this week to discuss prison reforms and efforts to rehabilitate inmates. According to the Washington Examiner, the administration wants to assist long-term prison reform advocates with their initiative to create a prison system that will rehabilitate citizens who have made mistakes, paid the price, and are deserving of a second chance, because studies show these reforms will ultimately reduce crime and save taxpayer dollars. Well, there you go.
Yep.
That's something to be debated, but I think overall it sounds like a good thing. All right, we are up to the break now. Let's take that break. We'll be right back. You're listening to The Source. This is WOCA Ocala, and there is music that goes in this slot right here, and I don't know where it is. So we'll be right back. This is WOCA Ocala.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu, an ATF agent fighting to survive in critical condition after being shot overnight on Chicago's South Side.
Officers reportedly requested that a trauma team be ready to treat that injured officer. The call clearly coming in that the ATF agent had been shot in the head.
Joni Lum with Fox TV affiliate WFLD. Another officer also hurt, but less seriously. 2 days of trade talks with Beijing wrapped up. The U.S. delegation now heading home, this after presenting some demands, including
China to reduce its trade imbalance immediately, to cut that trade surplus with the U.S., again, by $200 billion by the year 2020, and also China to stop subsidies for advanced technologies.
Connell McShane with the Fox Business Network. And more than 17 tons of ground beef being recalled after possible contamination for plastic bits. Fox News, we report, you decide.
My number 2 does not look like a number 2. I don't know what to call it. Is there a number 3?
Table for 4, please. Anything close to the restroom.
A middle seat with these stomach problems? That's my fear of flying.
Sound like you? If it does, you could be one of the many people with a digestive condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. Even if you don't know what EPI is, you might know the symptoms. Frequent diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain. If you have even just one of these symptoms, you could still have EPI, because not everybody experiences EPI the same way, which is why it's so important to open up to your doctor about all your symptoms. And the good news is, EPI is manageable, so don't keep a lid on it. Go to identifyepi.com. Complete the symptom checker and use it to have a conversation with your doctor. Don't keep a lid on it. Visit identifyepi.com. Brought to you by AbbVie.
Hey, Ocala. This is the best time. Yes, there's no better time than right now to visit Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. This place is decked out like never before with color, selection, and value. Take a look at those flowering vines, a huge selection. Mandevilla, Alamanda, Passion Vine, colors like a rainbow. Prices start as low as $24.99. How about those summer annuals? You name it, Bob has it. They're marked down from $1.99 to just 99 cents. Crepe myrtle, just $2.99. Larger sizes are available. And don't forget the truckload sale on azaleas, including ever-blooming Encore azaleas. More than you've ever seen, just $24.99. Get on over there today. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, just east of Lake Beer Avenue. Daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place since 1952.
Broadway's mega hit Mamma Mia is live on stage at Ocala Civic Theater May 17th through June 17th. ABBA favorites like Dancing Queen, Super Trooper, and Mamma Mia are all part of the fun musical about what happens when you surprise your mom by inviting all 3 men who might be your dad to your wedding. On sale now. 352-236-2274 or buy online at ocalicivictheater.com.
Hooray for all the moms in our lives.
Right from the start, she was the one who nurtured you and supported you in every pursuit.
This year, you are going to cater to her.
Call Honey Baked Ham at 352-861-0011 and order all her favorites.
If it's just the 2 of you or the whole family, this is her day.
And Honey Baked Ham makes it easy for you to pamper mom.
Now call 352-861-0011.
Or stop by 2709 Southwest 27th Avenue behind Best Buy. Here is your 1-minute news brief from the source, WOCA. Florida Governor Rick Scott said yesterday that the state would hire special election security consultants in advance of this year's critical elections. A 26-year-old bicyclist in the bicycle lane was killed after being struck by a pickup truck and then run over by a second vehicle early yesterday morning in Lake County. Federal prosecutors say an unspecified portion of a 17th century gold bar stolen from a Florida maritime museum has been recovered. An 80-year-old crossing guard was punched in the face by a 36-year-old man in Longwood while escorting children across the street. Ocala Mayor Kent Gwynn has made a friendly wager on the Kentucky Derby with Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher for the 5th year. And the late Bruce Mozart, the world-famous photographer who put Marion County on the map with his playful photographs of models underwater, was honored yesterday with a bronze plaque set into the sidewalk outside the Marion Theater, making Bruce the first Walk of Fame honoree. And that is your news brief from The Source.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident on this Friday. A partly sunny day with an afternoon high of 82 at the coast, 89 inland. Mainly clear Friday night. Lows in the upper 50s to low 60s inland. 70 to 74 right at the coast. And for Saturday, more clouds and sun with a couple of showers developing. The high 82 to 86. Sunday, variable cloudiness with a shower or thunderstorm with highs in the 80s. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
April showers bring May flowers, but May is easily the most special month for Palm Garden of Ocala. Nurses Week is the first week of May, and we have award-winning nurses and CNAs taking care of our precious residents. National Nursing Home Week begins on Mother's Day and is filled with special events. May is the perfect month to come visit before our services are needed. Palm Garden Rehab is located on the corner of 27th Avenue and 34th Street.
It's time to rethink what you know about clean American propane and what it can do for your operation. Want efficient, reliable power independent of the grid? Propane can do that. Power for EPA-compliant engines without all the extra fluids and filters. Propane can do that. Eliminate fuel theft, lower hourly fuel costs, reduce downtime. Propane can do all of that.